Good afternoon, guys, from Charleston, South Carolina, and welcome to the vlog. This time from an Airbnb. We're taking a break from the road and the expedition vehicle to just enjoy a little bit of, family time. The dads are in town.
They are. They're out on a tour right now.
Yep, we sent them out, go have some fun so we can do some recording.
Dare I say we're spreading out a little bit?
Yeah, there's going to be a bit of an adjustment getting back into the camper.
Packing.
Yep. So today we are going to tackle the question that we are asked the most in the comments and just from people that we meet. The question is, how do we afford to travel?
Yeah, and it's a great question in terms of, everybody wants to know the answer, but I think the reality is that maybe we're kind of asking the wrong question there. It implies then that it's all about money. And don't get me wrong, money plays a role. We have bills just like everybody else does, but there's so much more to it.
So for about 95% of us on the road, living the dream, it's more about lifestyle, determination, dedication, decision-making, and work ethic.
Yeah, because the question also implies that maybe we don't work and that other travelers like us don't either. And while there's a handful, I don't know, maybe 5%, the vast majority of us still do in some form or another. Yeah,
we're hustling every single day.
All the time.
So I think one of the first things that needs to be grasped is that if you want the freedom to travel or location independence, is that it truly is a journey. And it's a long one, depending on where you're starting from. But that journey is yours and yours alone.
Just like ours was ours.
Yeah.
Nobody else's. It kind of goes without saying, right? Like, you're not us and we're not you.
Yep.
Along the same principles is the idea that you're going to bring to the table your own experiences and your own skill set.
Stuff that we don't have, and we have stuff that you don't have.
But it's going to guide you down this path towards whatever end goal it is that you have. In the same way that the obstacles and challenges that you have and experience and overcome will also mold and shape what things look like when you get to that end goal.
So like we said, everybody has their own skill sets and everybody has their own challenges that they're working through. And we're being asked this question from many different directions. So the best way to answer it was to develop a course to teach you how to tap into your toolbox and work through your challenges.
That's right. So we cover a lot of things, we're not just saying like, this is how you go make money, but rather really tailoring it to you specifically. The reality is the mindset plays a huge role in this, where your finances are right now and where they need to be, what skills you already possess, and whether or not you want a job or start a business. And just depending on what you decide, how do you want to take action? And then you need to create some sustainability in the life. That kind of covers what we talk about in the course. 8 modules available to you all at once. We have lectures, we have interviews with people.
Amazing interviews.
Really, it was critical to us that you see it's not just us, but rather you get to hear from other people who've done this as well and their own unique stories and journeys. But I like to say success leaves clues, because throughout all of those interviews are woven very similar tidbits for you to pull away. And in addition to that, homework and documents that will help you get your finances in order and assess your skill sets, and the list goes on.
Yeah. We've met a lot of amazing people on the road, and we've shared a lot of time together around the campfire, mastermind sessions, and this truly is a way for you to change your viewpoint on money and make money work for you, but also help you embrace those skills that you do already have in your toolbox.
That's right. And also to understand that every single penny that you earn doesn't have to come from one source.
Is that a segue into my first lesson of the course?
Is. Okay. Did you catch that?
I did. That wasn't even on the cue card. Let's do this.
All right.
So we like to break things down to a very simple and comprehensible level. This buck symbolizes your end goal of the freedom to travel, or I'm just going to say the freedom to do whatever the heck you want. Now, for the lucky few, it might come in the form of $1, one piece of paper. But in reality, it's going to start off with, let's pick up some pennies by selling some stuff on eBay. Oh wait, I'm going to start a little business. And there's some dimes. And you know those dimes turn into quarters. And what's left after all this hard work is this pile of change, which equals the same amount as this dollar.
So the takeaway point, and I'm not even sure I can make one point because that's really deep what we just talked about. But if you can take away one thing, it's this. When you're creating your own wealth, well, let's think of it this way. The average millionaire has at least 7 streams of income. So you don't have to, nor should you, put all of your eggs in one basket.
That's not a good decision.
No, it's actually bad. And your success doesn't have to come all from one place. Some things are going to work. Some things aren't. Or maybe they won't work as well. But the point is that it doesn't really matter how you cover your buck so long as you get there. And the first step to getting there is to decide to start the journey.
And I'd say the second step is to take action and order our course at freedomisthenewwealth.com. All right, guys, that's a wrap for this video. Thanks for joining us today, and we would really like to see more of you on the road with location independence.
That's right.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.